In the rapidly evolving landscape of modern warfare, hypersonic weapons have emerged as a game changer. These weapons, capable of traveling at speeds exceeding Mach 5, have sparked a new arms race, with global superpowers vying for dominance in this cutting-edge technology. But what exactly are hypersonic weapons, and what do they mean for global security? Buckle up, because we're diving into the high-stakes world of hypersonic arms, where speed isn't just a factor, it's the defining characteristic. The need for speed. What are hypersonic weapons? Imagine a missile that moves so fast, traditional defense systems barely have time to blink. That's the essence of hypersonic weapons. These maneuverable missiles can travel at speeds between Mach 5 and Mach 25, making them nearly impossible to intercept with current missile defense systems. Unlike ballistic missiles, which follow a predictable trajectory, hypersonic weapons can change course mid-flight, adding an element of unpredictability that leaves adversaries scrambling. This agility, combined with their speed, makes them a formidable challenge for any defense system. Global arms race. Who's leading the pack? The United States, Russia, and China are the key players in the hypersonic arms race. Russia and China have made significant strides, with both countries reportedly deploying operational hypersonic systems. The US, while trailing behind, has ramped up its efforts with a substantial increase in funding for hypersonic research and development. The Pentagon's FY 2025 budget request for hypersonic research is a whopping $6.9 billion, reflecting the urgency to close the gap. This surge in investment underscores the strategic importance of these weapons, as the U.S. seeks to match or surpass the capabilities of its rivals. Meanwhile, Russia's Vanguard and China's DFZF systems have already demonstrated their operational capabilities, pushing the U.S. to accelerate its development timelines. As this competition intensifies, the risk of an arms race with destabilizing effects on global security becomes increasingly likely. Why hypersonic weapons? The strategic appeal. Why the sudden obsession with hypersonic technology? For starters, these weapons offer a conventional prompt global strike capability, allowing for rapid, precise strikes anywhere in the world. They're particularly appealing for targeting time-sensitive, high-value assets like enemy command centers or mobile missile launchers. However, their appeal isn't just in speed and precision. It's also in their ability to penetrate heavily defended airspace, something even the most advanced stealth bombers might struggle with. The strategic flexibility these weapons provide makes them a valuable tool for deterrence, as they can hold adversaries' most critical assets at risk, even from thousands of miles away. Furthermore, the development of hypersonic weapons is seen as a necessary response to the evolving nature of global threats, where speed and surprise are increasingly vital components of military strategy. The science behind the speed, engineering marvels. Hypersonic weapons are more than just fast, they're technological marvels. To achieve and sustain such high speeds, these missiles rely on advanced propulsion systems, such as scramjets or boost glide vehicles. But speed alone isn't enough. These weapons must also withstand extreme temperatures and pressures, requiring cutting-edge materials and engineering. The challenges of hypersonic flight extend beyond propulsion. Materials capable of withstanding temperatures above 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit without compromising structural integrity are essential. Additionally, the guidance and control systems of these weapons must operate flawlessly in the intense conditions of hypersonic travel, ensuring accuracy despite the extreme forces at play. These technical hurdles make the development of hypersonic weapons a true engineering challenge, pushing the boundaries of modern science and technology. Challenges and criticisms. Are they worth the hype? Despite the hype, hypersonic weapons are not without their critics. Some experts question their necessity, arguing that they add little to the existing military capabilities. The lack of clear mission requirements has also led to debates about their cost-effectiveness. With the U.S. still in the testing phase and no formal acquisition programs in place, some wonder if the billions being poured into these programs could be better spent elsewhere. Moreover, the technological complexities and high costs associated with hypersonic weapons raise questions about their long-term sustainability. Critics also argue that the focus on hypersonic weapons could divert resources from other crucial areas of defense, such as cyber warfare and space-based technologies. Impact on global stability. A new arms race? The development and potential deployment of hypersonic weapons raise significant concerns about global stability. Unlike nuclear arms, which are subject to numerous treaties and controls, hypersonic weapons exist in a regulatory gray area. Their speed and unpredictability could lower the threshold for conflict, making it easier for a nation to launch a first strike. This uncertainty is particularly worrying in volatile regions where misunderstandings could escalate into full-blown wars. The introduction of hypersonic weapons into global arsenals could also lead to a new arms race as nations rush to develop or counter these systems. The lack of international agreements governing hypersonic weapons further exacerbates the risk, as there are no clear norms or frameworks to prevent their proliferation or use in a crisis. As tensions rise, the potential for miscalculation increases, making the need for diplomatic efforts to manage this new technology more urgent than ever. Hypersonic defense, the next frontier. As hypersonic weapons become more prevalent, so too does the need for effective defenses. The Missile Defense Agency in the U.S. is working on new technologies to detect and intercept these fast-moving threats, but it's a daunting task. Current missile defense systems are ill-equipped to handle the speed and maneuverability of hypersonic missiles, meaning a whole new class of defensive measures will be needed. The challenge lies not only in detecting and tracking hypersonic threats, but also in developing interceptors that can match their speed and agility. The Missile Defense Agency is exploring various approaches, including space-based sensors and directed energy weapons, to create a multi-layered defense system capable of countering hypersonic attacks. However, the effectiveness of these defenses remains uncertain, as the technology to counter hypersonic weapons is still in its infancy. The race to develop both hypersonic weapons and the means to defend against them highlights the complex interplay between offense and defense in modern warfare. International cooperation or competition? The global response to hypersonic weapons has largely been one of competition rather than cooperation. While there have been calls for international treaties to limit the development and deployment of these weapons, such efforts have gained little traction. Instead, nations are racing to develop their own hypersonic arsenals, further fueling the arms race. This competitive mindset could lead to an era of increased military tensions and instability. The reluctance to engage in arms control discussions reflects the strategic advantages that hypersonic weapons provide, making nations hesitant to limit their development. However, without international cooperation, the proliferation of hypersonic weapons could destabilize global security as more countries seek to acquire this advanced technology. The lack of transparency and communication among major powers regarding their hypersonic programs only adds to the risk of an arms race spiraling out of control. And there you have it. Make sure to hit that like button, because just like hypersonic missiles, we're moving fast, and you don't want to miss a thing. And hey, if you want to stay ahead in the world of mind-blowing military tech, don't forget to subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to be the slowpoke when the next big breakthrough hits.